the Monday Night Raw roster made a stop at Texas, and put up a solid show for the Arlington crowd. On October 6, 2017, Monday Night Raw's superstars were part of a house show in Arlington, Texas, which featured the likes of Finn Balor, Matt Hardy, Alexa Bliss, and was headlined by two big-time rivals in the form of Roman Reigns and Braun Strowman. Number 1 Seth Rollins and Dean Ambrose vs Cesaro and Sheamus Raw Tag Team Championships. The team of Seth Rollins and Dean Ambrose defended their Raw Tag Team titles once against The Bar, and as expected the two teams put up a solid performance. After putting up two great matches at SummerSlam and No Mercy earlier this year, these four men delivered once again, this time in the College Park Center. Rollins and Ambrose retained the titles following another great match. Result: Seth Rollins and Dean Ambrose def. Cesaro and Sheamus. The Monday Night Raw roster made a stop at Texas, and put up a solid show for the Arlington crowd. Number 2 Enzo Amore vs Mustafa Ali. Newly crowned Cruiserweight champion Enzo Amore was all set to defend his title against Mustafa Ali at Arlington. Enzo got a fair pop from the crowd, despite being such a cocky character. The two men wrestled each other in a pretty decent encounter which saw Enzo retain the title. Enzo won the belt from Neville at No Mercy, and there was surely no point in making him drop it at a house show. Result: Enzo Amore def. Mustafa Ali. The Monday Night Raw roster made a stop at Texas, and put up a solid show for the Arlington crowd. Number 3 Rhino, Heath Slater, R-Truth, Apollo Crews vs Dash Wilder, Darren Young, Elias, Goldust. Before the match started, Elias, as usual, sang a song and got some of the best heel heat of on the night. It is great to see Dash Wilder still teaming up in random tag matches, instead of doing nothing while his partner Scott Dawson recovers from his injury. Darren Young, who recently made his return during another house show, also featured in the match, representing the heel team. However, the outcome of this match did not turn out well for Young, Wilder, and co. as the babyface team won the bout and got a good reaction from the crowd as well. Result: Rhino, Heath Slater, R-Truth, Apollo Crews defeated Dash Wilder, Darren Young, Elias, Goldust. The Monday Night Raw roster made a stop at Texas, and put up a solid show for the Arlington crowd. Number 4 Matt Hardy and Jason Jordan vs The Miz and Curtis Axel. The Miz was also in action, as he teamed up with his fellow Miztourage member Curtis Axel. The duo faced the team of Matt Hardy, who has been teaming up with Jason Jordan in recent weeks as Jeff Hardy is sidelined due to an injury. Matt, as usual, got a huge pop from the crowd during the entrance, and was also on the winning side, as Jordan and Hardy picked up the win. Result: Matt Hardy and Jason Jordan def. The Miz and Curtis Axel. The Monday Night Raw roster made a stop at Texas, and put up a solid show for the Arlington crowd. Number 5 Alexa Bliss vs Nia Jax vs Mickie James vs Sasha Banks. Raw Women's Championship. Alexa Bliss had a lot of support from the Arlington crowd on the night, and there were many fans of her in the house. Alexa mostly took advantage of Nia Jax during the bout. Nia protected the Raw Women's Champion during the match, and put up a savage beating on both Mickie and Sasha. The two then managed to get rid of Jax, but Alexa was smart and quick enough to pick up the win and retain the title as she heads to TLC to defend it against Mickie James. Result: Alexa Bliss def. Sasha Banks, Nia Jax and Mickie James. The Monday Night Raw roster made a stop at Texas, and put up a solid show for the Arlington crowd. Number 6 Finn Balor vs Carl Anderson. It is always good to see two good brothers going up against each other. Balor is currently in a feud with Bray Wyatt, but over the past few months, he has been facing Carl Anderson in house shows. The match was fast-paced, and had a good amount of action. At one point, Balor even took out both Anderson and Gallows, who was at ringside, with a big dive. The former Universal Champion won the bout after hitting the coup de grace on Anderson, and now will look to focus and continue his rivalry with Bray Wyatt. Result: Finn Balor def. Carl Anderson. The Monday Night Raw roster made a stop at Texas, and put up a solid show for the Arlington crowd. Number 7 Roman Reigns vs Braun Strowman. Last man standing match. Arlington got to witness a brutal and solid main event as Reigns and Strowman went toe-to-toe once again with each other in a last man standing match. Reigns was hugely over with the crowd on the night and put up a great performance. The big dog put Strowman through two tables on the night. The first one took a Superman punch followed by a Samoan drop, but that was not enough to keep the Monster Among Men down for a 10 count. The second one came after Strowman tried to attack Reigns with the steel steps, but Reigns ducked as the steps bounced off Braun, the former WWE champion. Then,